Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the live stream. If you're new here, I run a almost nightly live stream, 5 days a week, at night, of course. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Feel free to come on and get your questions answered. If you're watching this at a later date, it'll be known as Keith Condensed or Coach Condensed. I forget what we're rolling with right now. But anyway, today is Article Review Tuesday, and I wanted to get into some special stuff. A lot of stuff to cover. A lot of stuff to cover. But first, what we're going to get into is Starbucks. Starbies basically came out and said, hey, you know what? Going into the next fiscal year, we're going to go ahead and close 150 stores. And I'll pull up the article real quick. This was written on Reuters. Earlier today, it looks like, as you can see by the title, Starbucks closing cafe CEO calls performance not acceptable. It's interesting that this has happened basically after the market sending the shares down about 2%. The reason why this article they bring up some different situations, basically some steep competition that basically the demand. Starbucks has created a huge demand for coffee, and through Dunkin' Donuts now trying to grab some of that, and then also McDonald's with the McCafe Frappe has grabbed some of that as well. And so now there's more options for people, and when you get more options or a market that is more saturated with competition, obviously you're going to lose some profit. And I've been saying this about Starbucks for a while, that I really don't see where their growth is going to come from. And with their releasing of the debit card and trying to get people on board to use the rewards and that kind of stuff to get more repeat customers, I had a idea that this would actually happen. Basically, it missed analysts' estimates for same store sales in the United States, dominated Americans' regions in 5 of the last 6 quarters. So that's not too hot. Then also the executive chairman and co-founder Howard Schultz said earlier this month that he'll be stepping away on June 26th, basically ending the era of Starbucks as we know it with Schultz. What does that mean? I mean, nobody really knows what the future of Starbucks is right now, but it's interesting stuff. For me, I think it is good for Starbucks to at least close some stores. I mean, obviously, right here they say that they've been closing. The Seattle-based company over the last, since probably operation, historically has closed about 50 stores, roughly 50 stores a year. So it's not surprising for them to be closing stores, because there are stores that are underperforming. There's some markets that are oversaturated with Starbucks. Like I think about even locally, like there's probably a Starbucks in like a Vons or Albertsons or a grocery store, and then there's probably a Starbucks on the same corner that the shopping center is, like the grocery store is. So oversaturation. Starbucks originally set out with the goal of having a Starbucks on every corner. And like I was saying in a previous episode where I talk about Starbucks, I said they pretty much achieved that. Like their growth is going to have to come somewhere else. Now, I think also the reason why their stores have been underperforming is because they've really standardized the process of creating coffee. Creating those specialty drinks has really become standardized. I remember watching when the passion tea lemonade first came out. It was like they actually like brewed the tea in the store, and now it's like, hey, can I get a passion tea lemonade? And they just walk over, put some ice in a cup, open up this little jug that is literally pre-made, comes shipped to the store, pour it in there and go, here's your passion tea lemonade you paid $4 for. And I'm like, what the heck did I pay $4 for? Why? I could probably go buy that at Walmart right now for... No, I hate Walmart. Anyways, I could probably go buy that off Amazon. Well, I don't really care for them either, but I could probably go buy that from Trader Joe's or something for a lot cheaper than what I just paid for it here at Starbucks. Like, this is completely crazy. Like, why don't they just have a bulk sale section where you're like, hey, this liquid beverage called Passion Tea Lemonade is $5 for a quart or something like that. You're like, yeah, great, cool, I'll just take that. Hey, you got a cup of ice? Like, yeah, here you go. Okay, like I just make my own. Like, I don't need to pay someone an extra like $2, $3 for them to literally take a carton and pour it into a glass of ice and say, here, enjoy. So I think that this is some underlying issues that Starbucks has had, where they've been trying to increase the production by basically increasing the efficiency, so pulling out stuff that is not necessarily needed in the process, standardizing a lot of their drinks, which, I mean, great quality control is awesome, and having every single drink taste exactly the same, but it also kind of stinks because you don't get that quality crafted, bold flavored coffee that you would get from going to Joe's local brew, where, hey, this barista only works once a week and he makes the best coffee, so I'm only going on Mondays to get that coffee. You're getting the same coffee every single time, so thus becoming more of that McDonald's style coffee chain. I think that there is some more potential with Starbucks, even though they are closing 150 stores. I think that does give them a little bit more ability to grow, because they get to focus more down on those stores that are performing well, and really go, why is this store performing well versus this store, and how can we make all these other stores look like this store, look like that store, look like that store, and help them perform a lot better. And also it encourages competition among the stores to be a better performing store, because, hey, we don't want to lose our jobs. We don't want to lose the store. So we got to make sure that we're making sales here appropriately like we should be. And if we're not, well then, hey, Starbucks, we're kicking this store. We're kicking that store for underperforming. We're kicking that store for underperforming. Like, it's like the Starbucks is no longer scared of like being like, all right, underperforming store. Oh, well, like, gone. See you later. Underperforming store. Hey, see you later. Gone. So I would look for that. I think definitely, I mean, my personal opinion, I think that Starbucks has got like another 2 years of solid growth still as they start to condense down and really focus in on what makes Starbucks Starbucks. And then after that, I don't know. Like I still said, I can't see the growth that they've had in the past moving forward. I just don't know where they could grab that growth. So, I mean, maybe another 2 years of holding, you could see some potential more growth. And then after that, I mean, I just don't know what the future for me doesn't look too bright for Starbucks. I think that the mom and pop shop coffee store is beginning to really steal the competition. I mean, for me personally, if I had my choice of going to, we have a local coffee shop called Cafe Meister here that's literally like right down the road, and Starbucks is like a mile and a half the same way, but just a little bit of a longer drive. And I'm like, I would rather go to this local coffee shop. I'm paying exactly the same. Every single person there recognizes me. Like, they all know me by name pretty much, and it's like I'm welcome there. Like, I'm not just treated like a routine customer. Like, it's like, hey, like, how's the kid, how's the wife, like, hey, this is what you always get here, blah 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 blah. When you go to Starbucks, it's like, all right, well, welcome to the, like, you're part of a system at Starbucks where at Cafe Meister, the local coffee shop, you're treated like an actual human being and an actual person. And I think that's what Starbucks once had that now they've been losing as they look to standardize stuff. Anyways, guys, it has been real. Thanks for watching. Feel free to, like I said, join me on the live stream where you can win half an ounce of silver if you have the most K-Coins. So come over there, figure out what the heck is K-Coin. And as always, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it.